Shalom, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
I want to start by giving our glory and the praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I read the brothers from down to Bay, Florida, from the camp prophets in Babylon. I come with another quick hit to the spin prayer by BAHASHAM. Lord, wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Double honors to those in the apostle, great millstone, teacher well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who pushing this work into sincerity, to the scattered abroad. And tonight's lesson is going to go into this M to the O to the T to the B. All right, going into something recently just came out where it says Elon Musk Neuralink gets FDA's breakthrough device tag for Blindsight implant. Okay, read that again. Elon Musk Neuralink gets FDA approved, okay, breakthrough device tag for Blindsight implant.
So that just what that means is they gave an improvement device, or they gave an improvement tag on the device that Elon Musk made for Blindsight.
Right, that's right. Mm-hmm.
So they put a tag on the Blindsight, and what they do with those device tags, they just give it to people that's undergoing development on new devices for health and Food and Drug Administration things, man. And Elon Musk's Blindsight device, it works and it aims to give those people who lost vision in both eyes ability to see again.
That's right.
And with that tag, he's able to further his research on it and also test it on people.
Yep. But it says September. This is in the article. All right. It says September 17th. Elon Musk brain chip startup Neuralink said on Tuesday its experiment implant aimed at restoring vision received.
It's an experiment implant. Okay, so this is still an experiment. That means it's still under the works. That's why that tag was given, so that experiment can also be used on human trials. It can be made public. Talks can be opened up about it. And they're basically they gave him the go. They gave him their honor, the honors to do that. Say, we commend you for this. Keep going. And they're also going to give funding.
Right, and then it gave them furthermore approval for other things as well.
Yeah.
It says Neuralink said on Tuesday its experiment implant aimed at restoring vision received the U.S. Food and Drug Administration breakthrough device designation. It says the FDA's breakthrough tag is given to certain medical device that provide treatment or diagnose of life-threatening conditions.
So that tag is given to devices that are newly up and coming, that scientists have been working on, okay, that is used for health, such as hearing loss, okay, vision loss, something that'll help people in their health-wise to live a better life, or to fix quality of life, by fixing health things, they give that tag for. And Elon Musk's Blindsight device, okay, is going to be working in conjunction with what we already know, the MOTB, man, the brain CHIP. Okay, so these things will most likely need to be cooperating together. In order for that Blindsight device to function properly, you may actually need a brain CHIP first.
That's right. Yeah.
And the FDA gave approval for both of those already. So you see what kind of time we're in.
It says, reading on, it is aimed at speeding up development and review of device currently under development.
So the tag that was put on the Blindsight device is aimed. What's his goal? What's his purpose? It's to speed up development.
Right.
So they're going to give him funding and stuff to speed up his development of the Blindsight, and they're going to support him completely, to get that thing up and running, man.
Right, and this is still under current development, you see. So, these devils, man, they still working on this thing, but it's showing further more of, where the scriptures go into Habakkuk, 2 and 3, man. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And as these things are speeding up, You know, the Lord speeding up the times. Hey, these devils are speeding up their technology. You
Yep.
know, to furthermore come out with this M to the O to the T to the B.
Yeah.
You see?
And while these nations are in talks about war, they threatening each other, they at each other's throats. Look what's being developed right now, man.
The mad scientist, he in the lab cooking up something, you know, like to pull out of nowhere.
Exactly. And it's gonna hit you like wham.
Mm-hmm.
All these miracles just happening out of nowhere. But you guess what? You need to see it for it to be activated. You know, and that's gonna be a part of them worshiping the NWO. You know, the image of the beast, man. All these things are going to be merged together into this NWO. You know, everything is going to fall. Everything is going according to plan.
That's right.
You know?
You had a quote from the it used to be called Twitter, but it's called X now. All right, from Elon Musk, where he put on, he said the blind.
X, if you're lucky, I seen another post the other day, Brother Bar put it up. That X is shaped as a Freemason sign, man. You know. Go ahead, Sly.
It says the Blindsight device from Neuralink will enable even those who have lost both eyes in their optic nerve to see. It says provided the visual cortex is intact. It will even enable those who have been blind from birth to see for the first time.
Now, if that's not a miracle, I don't know what is, man. Because who was doing those miracles before? YAHAWASHI. Some men were born blind or born with an ailment just for YAHAWASHI to cure them and to show those miracles. You know, but now you got people that may have been born blind that Elon Musk, well, really you can just say this devil Esau Edom is going to try to cure through technology, carnally. So through his miracles, the miracles of the beast, man, it's going to shock people. They're gonna say, what? Worship us. You know, cast down all your religions and all the gods that you worship, and let us be your new God. and if you don't want to get jiggy with that, guess what? You're gonna be put to death, man, and highly persecuted. You know.
Right.
But this whole thing is called Neuralink. Everything behind it is Neuralink. What does Neuralink really mean? Neuralink really goes into neural transmission or neurons, okay, which is just the nerves, the connectivity of the nerves, and the link is to bring something together. So, say for example, you're blind, or your eyesight has been cut off through the disconnection of the optic nerve. Well, that Neuralink is going to link it back together through a C-head.
That's right.
You know, and they're going to allow you to see again. And now that Blindsight device is also going to further amplify that miracle and that ability to see. You know, so this devil is just getting closer and closer to his downfall, to his end. All things have been prophesied, man. You know, but that just goes to show you what kind of time we're in.
That's right. I got the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. It says, I'll start at verse 2. It says, and the Lord YAHAWASHI answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth.
So write the vision and make it plain upon tables. You know, because what? The vision's supposed to be written down. It ain't supposed to be rumored. It ain't supposed to be talked about. It's supposed to be written down. Okay, as the angel was speaking these things, man. You know, as the angel shewed the vision to Habakkuk. So he said, write this vision down.
Yep.
Okay, because guess what? If Habakkuk had just seen the vision and he told somebody else about it, then that person will end up distorting the meaning, distorting the saying. It's going to always be a different story, you know. And over time, guess what? That story is going to be a completely false story, you know.
It says, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So these scriptures have been made plain, man.
Yeah.
And we have received these things that was made plain unto us, and it's our job to bring forth and run out this message, man. You see, so here you have it. We're bringing it forth to who's gonna hear and take heed. You know,
that's what the scriptures say. Roughly paraphrase, my ways have been made plain to the holy, and a stumbling block unto the wicked.
Right.
So these scriptures and these visions and stuff that we've been reading about, if we be those men, guess what? These things are plain to us. And the Lord revealed the secrets to us, man. So these things are made plain. You can read it and say, oh, this means this. Oh, this is talking about a sea hip. You know, but somebody else that's wicked, that don't look for, you know, the Lord and the righteousness and the kingdom, you know, somebody else gonna perceive it as they gonna put all these defenses up, and they don't want to receive it as the way it was written. They gonna want to. That's why you got all these different translations of the scriptures, these different religions. All these people are coming out with different ways of translating the Lord's word according to their wickedness. You know.
Verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry."
Just at the end, it's going to speak. And right now, it's speaking. Now you can see what the scriptures were talking about. Now you can see what the visions were talking about long ago. Over 2,000 years ago, these things were written down. And they were like, what are you talking about? It seemed like an impossible feat. It seemed like something that was just unnecessary. Or, I wouldn't say unnecessary. Something that was just like impossible to happen. You know? It was just ridiculous to hear back then. But now it ain't so ridiculous. Now it don't sound so impossible, because these devils are actually doing it. You know, on a carnal level. You know, and it said what? Though it delay, it will not tarry, because it's going to take a little minute to come to pass. It's been 2,000 years. Okay, but it's not going to delay past its appointed time, past the time that it was scheduled to happen. Exactly. And that scheduled time is, you know, right about now, man. Pretty soon.
Exactly. Which we're going to go into the book of Revelations, okay? Revelation chapter 13. We're going to start at the 14th verse, okay, going into those miracles, man. All right? This is Revelation 13 and 14. It says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast."
So the people are going to start thinking, oh, man, this guy's God. All right? They already call themselves white, which white is they put sorcery on that word. Okay, that's a sorcery, calling themselves white when they really Caucasian. They call Caucasian, but in the scriptures they call Edomites. Okay, because they came from the caves of Edom, man. You know, these were cavemen, but they put sorcery. They put sorcery out there into the world by calling themselves white and calling Jake black, so that they can seem pure and we can seem wicked.
It says, I'll read again, verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
So a lot of people are going to be tricked into thinking that this is righteous, that it's a good thing to get the MOTB because of the miracles that he's doing. These people are going to think that he's actually a god, right, or godly.
Well, you have it where in the article where we're speaking, where he's saying what these quote unquote things he will be able to restore. That's going to be looked as a miracle to someone who, he said, even a person that wouldn't even have sight since the birth will be able to, it will be restored. You see? So this devil's working on that kind of deception, man. So when these people see these type of things, all right, it's going to be like a miracle to them. You see? Right. But it's going to be deceiving.
Well, you got the Vatican, the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church. You know how many people trust in them, man? Okay? So many people trust in them, but they're going to approve of this thing. And they're going to think, okay, this is the right religion. They're right. I just know that they're right. Little do they know they trusting in the false prophet, man.
Right. It says saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power. So like it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Okay, so what, he had power. He got power to give life unto the image of the beast, man. Okay, so this devil is making things happen. He's making things shake. Now the things that were written in the book is actually coming to life. He's giving birth. He's giving life to his ways, his NWO, by forming it into a sea hip to put inside of your body, and you're gonna be and what does Scripture say? The burning wrath of
multitude,
great multitude is kindled over you. And so whosoever shall give consent unto him shall be had in derision and trodden underfoot.
Right, because you're gonna have these military troops out here, National Guards, okay, martial law. Yep. All right, enforcing, coming in and taking, they're gonna be doing these things. what you think they got all these, re-education camps, to put it like that, for those times where they're gonna be beating into Jake mind,
Exactly.
They're gonna be sitting there putting those things in front of you, brainwashing, and all kinds of sorts of torture, man.
Well, you got a digital currency. You're gonna have a social credit score, okay? And this thing is going to have people really in derision. They really gonna be trodden underfoot through these things, because if you don't do what this devil says to do, or if you say something that they don't like according to their NWO, guess what? Your credit score gonna go down. Your social credit score gonna go down. That means you ain't gonna be able to catch the bus to work. You ain't gonna be able to drive your car on the road. You ain't gonna be able to go on social media for this amount of time. You're gonna be able to go to the store and buy these certain things. You're gonna have to stick to buying the cheaper foods.
Well, you think about it too, where it says, where the scripture says that he should be killed. That's a form of him putting that into already progression.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He already working on these things. He already putting this into play. Through gradualism. You see, so Esau's putting this in works to where he start cutting off these certain things from you having, and then eventually he's gonna get to where he gonna show his horns and he gonna start slaughtering, man. He gonna slay. You see, because scripture speaks about him coming down having great wrath, because his time is short. You see, so he gonna retake that action if necessary. All right, he gonna take that action and show his wrath, man. All right, with that sword. Okay, it says verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And that's all, man. He ain't causing half the world. He ain't causing a few people or just a few nations. He causing all people, okay? Because his currency is what? It's going to be that ruling currency. This digital currency, that MOTB. You had the Pope come out saying, actually not too long ago, that we all need a one world religion that's going to save the world from its imminent destruction. Okay, so this is what's that going to do? What's that one world religion going to do? The scripture just said that they all should make an image to the beast and worship that image, man.
Right.
And
you have it where it says rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark in their foreheads, okay, in their hands, roughly, going into it. So, Esau has it where, he gonna try to tag everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
And only those ones who are going to be to this world are going to, take that thing, man, or take that MOT to the beat, man. You see, they're gonna be conformed to the when this devil comes down to it, man. To this world. All right. It says, I read 15 again. It says, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should be. Verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that's where you have it. Even in the play of right now, okay, Elon Musk working on that Neuralink, man. Okay, eventually it's going to come down to what it's going to come down to. Okay. And
you're going to have a lot of people dying because of this, because to do this, they're going to have to abolish all religions. They're going to have to have one religion. They're going to have to abolish all the religions that goes against that, And that there's some people in other religions that's just like, nah, I'm not doing that. That there's some people that's truly are deeply devoted to their religion and their idol, and they ain't gonna want to go for that, man. Does that mean that they are the elect? No, that just means that they were deceived by another idol, and now they're gonna get destroyed because they didn't want to worship the other idol.
Right.
But you're gonna have the elect in the midst who worship the true power, YAHAWASHI, was also going to get persecuted because of these things, man.
That's right. It says, verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast.
So what does that mean if you don't get the MOTB? That means you ain't gonna be able to buy anything or sell anything. That means for a lot of you niggas that got businesses, your business is gonna crash if you don't get this MOTB. And they put their whole life savings, their whole life devotion into their business. But guess what? Now that means you need the MOTB, or you're gonna have to, get put down. You're gonna have to get rid of that business. And not a lot of niggas just let go of their business like that, man. A lot of these niggas are money hungry. You see a nigga with money, he had to be really hungry for it, man. Because Jake is under the curses. Jake ain't never really have money, as long as we've been here in Babylon. But now you're in a system now where Jake can succeed in some forms, in some routes of life. But Jake ain't gonna want to get that taken from them, man. That's why the scripture talks about, you know, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven, which is really getting beamed up into a chariot, you know, salvation, because what? They got a lot of possessions, you know, many things to hold on to rather than let go. A lot of people gonna fall through this because of the things that they're holding on to, man, you know.
It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
So you ain't gonna be able to get what? The stuff that you need, your necessities, food, water, clothes. Okay, none of these things unless you get this MOTB. That means, hey, what did Schwab say? He said you ain't gonna be able to
participate in society
the water
without having that you know, without having that what you need
linked to the digital currency,
quote unquote
CBDC. You know, and what that CBDC really going into is that NWO, man. You know, that's going to be a whole nother form of currency, because now it's going to be technology currency. Okay, it's not going to be paper currency anymore. It's not going to be physical gold anymore, physical silver. Coins are going to be done away with, and coins have been here since over 2,000 years.
Right.
Coins have been the currency for a while, you know.
Right. And you haven't been. There's no. You know, you think about it, like, you know, all these things is coming out with technology and advancing way, tap pay and digital pay, and you know, the CBDC. All right, there's a reason why this is all pushing forward towards, you know, that certain digital currency, man. Okay, because eventually Esau wants to put all that information and all the ability to pay, all that stuff on that, you know, RFID chip, man. You see, he wants to put all your medical, your ID, your license, your social, you know, your wallet, all that.
They're practicing that in Kenya already, man. They're going to get that into works. Bill Gates is working on getting digital birth certificates for newborn babies in Kenya, man.
Yep, I believe over there already in the process, in the country of Sweden, you know, if I'm not mistaken. All right, where they already got, you know, they can wave their hand over something, opening up their car doors, opening up their homes, opening up cabinets, refrigerators, you know, paying stuff, you know. So Esau, you know, he has this certain, you know, technology already advanced, all right, in society in a way, but it's gonna come to a point where it's mandatory. You see, before him to do that, he has to, you know, chop down, man, on a lot of things. You see, and then, you know, that's gonna be, you know, put in play. You see, and that's what we're waiting on, man. It says, verse 18. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 and it's like 600
Which, if you want,
which if you go into you know, the universal barcode, man. Okay, it has 666. All right, on the universal barcode, man. When you go to a grocery store, you purchase anything, you see these little 3 bulged letters, or not letters, like lines that's empty. Well, when you go do your research, you go look at that. Well, ultimately, that's leading back to what Esau wants to tag you with, man.
And those don't have the numbers on them. You know, they don't usually come with the numbers on them. But when you figure out which number it is that's on them, it's 666, man.
That's
in the
right.
Beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yep. And that is just ultimately what's going to be combined, all right, with that that RFID chip, man. You see,
and that's what is always scanned when you pay for something. When you go buy a can or a box of noodles, whatever you buying from the store, you turn that barcode over and you scan it with the scanner, and that barcode has 666 on it. So the thing that's going to be scanned now is going to be your hand or your forehead, man.
And you think about it, look, you know, you go to the store and you purchase that, right? You go to the store, you go purchase that, okay? What you think you're doing when you put that chip in your hand, man? You being pretty much a product of Esau's system, man. You know, you just making yourself known that you're being purchased, man. You know, you just put yourself in another predicament of being enslaved, man.
Yeah.
You know? But that was it on that. We're going to go ahead and grab the judgment for it, and then we're going to close it out, man. You know, straight to the point. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 14, starting at verse 9. Getting straight to the point. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, which we just broke down, okay, going into that, all right, in verse Revelations 13, here's the judgment for it. In verse Revelations 14, in verse 10, it says, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of YAHAWASHI, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So 100%, man, you know, of the Lord's anger, man. You know, people who done took on to being of this world, okay, and took that charagma, all right, are going to ultimately, you know, catch judgment, man.
You're about to drink that cup.
Yep. It says, and the indignation goes to what? Righteous anger, man. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, which is that Lamb is YAHAWASHI, and going into that brimstone and that fire, what? Them nuclear missiles, man. You see, when the nuclear missiles hit ground zero, hey, man, for a visual, go watch the movie Terminator 2, okay, where you seen her being completely obliterated, man. You know, she's a body burning away. You know, scripture speak about that in Zechariah, man. Okay, I believe the 14th chapter.
I remember I was watching that and I was younger. I was thinking that was the sun. Thinking the sun blew up or something, man. But it was really a nuclear missile.
That's right.
You know, and they say the nuclear missiles get hotter, get up to 10 times hotter than the surface of the sun, man. You know, and that's just that's insane. That's an insane level of heat. You can get vaporized just by, you know, being in the vicinity of the explosion, man. You know, we get vaporized without even getting touched by the fire yet.
God, that's right. That's right. Let me see something. Yep, this is Zechariah chapter 14. Let me see if I can just get that visual, man. You know, because this is the ultimate judgment, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna come to this place.
That's a punishment that you are deserved of. Yeah. That's why Revelation 3:10 said the hour of temptation to come upon those that belong to this world in the NLT.
That's right.
You know, so if you belong to this world mentally, you know, guess what? You have to feel that judgment physically.
And this is a more in depth right here, man. Okay, and give that visual as I described that movie. Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. And close it out with this. You got anything else? God, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord YAHAWASHI will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
And if you get the MOTB, you are part of those that fought against Jerusalem. Because you weren't for the kingdom of the Lord YAHAWASHI, you were for this devil's NWO.
Scripture says if you with me, then if you're not with me, you're against me.
Yeah.
You know, as the Lord is saying,
man. That's not with us, is against us.
That's right. You know, the water. All right. It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. You know, in your eye socket, you see. It says in their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So there you have it, man. That's the judgment, a part of describing, you know, what that fire and brimstone is going to do to this place, man. Individuals who are left here.
What was the instance where something like that happened? Back in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when the atomic bomb was dropped on them, man.
Yep.
You seen that was a cartoon visual I was watching where it showed the actual eyeballs melting in the sockets and the tongues being melted in their mouths by the heat of the air before the fire and the blast actually hit them.
That's right.
You know, so that's a very serious judgment. You know, the Lord is angry, and the fire is a purifying agent, and He will use that fire to clean up the wickedness off the earth. And if you're wicked, you're gonna have to get cleaned up too, man.
That's right. All right, that was it on that. Kanye. So, you know, that was the point. You know, Elon Musk is, you know, coming out with more and more of, you know, these things, okay, pertaining to this Neuralink, man. All right, but yeah, you know, that was the point. We're gonna go ahead and close it out by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Once again, double I said I was an apostle, great millstone, teacher well. Peace and blessings to the brothers, pushing spiritual sincerity to the scattered abroad. Shalom.
Shalom.